All right, Trendsetter, another night here at Pro Wrestling Magic. We are with Solo Darling, who made her debut. First of all, how you feeling? How was your first crack here at Pro Wrestling Magic? How did it feel?
Wow, it was incredible being here. What an awesome audience, a group of people, amazing competitors. Really gave me a run for my money there. Yeah, it was really cool. I had a really good time.
So you wrestled 3 times in one night. Talk about that. Talk about like the stamina that you need to do that. Here, especially
stamina. Jeff, can you just look at her? She is in tip-top shape. Stamina is not a question.
I train every day. I'm at the Wrestle Factory most days I can get there a week, and then when I'm not there, I'm powerlifting and doing power yoga, which is like a Baptiste form. So it's like really fast, so you get blown up all the time.
Nice.
And then like I go to this crazy trail with Officer Magnum where we do trail things and dog things. So.
I saw your dog. You brought him here.
I did. Officer Magnum made an appearance. He was a little tired from the signing earlier in Virginia, so he didn't have his gear on, but he was here to support.
So how hectic is the life of a professional wrestler, and people that don't know, you're in Virginia, you made the trek over here to wrestle 3 times again in one night.
Yeah.
Talk about the hectic schedule that you have, and just sometimes you're like, wow, man, where do I have the chance to just like, take a breath and collect myself?
What's super strange about that is that whenever I tell like my best friend I grew up with my schedule, it sounds bizarre, right? Like a 9 to 5er, right? And then he's like, "Wait, what are you doing this weekend?" I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I was up at 2, and then I drove here, and I was here for like 3 hours, and then but then when I have a chance to sit down and breathe, like it's me and Magnum, like, all right, cool, that was fun for about 5 minutes. Let's go do a thing. So we're just like always on the go. And then maybe one day a month, we're just kind of like, we clock out.
Yeah.
Real quick, when you talk about the on-the-go thing, too, like we're kind of on the go, too. We're constantly doing stuff. If we're not, we're feeling anxiety that we're not doing something. Do you allow yourself that time to have that break where you kind of recharge the batteries and stuff like that? Because with the hectic schedule, like Jeff mentioned before, it could be wear and tear not only in the body, but on the mind as well, right?
It is. And you definitely have to take what I like to call, you have to go to the white space.
Okay.
So a lot of creative things that you want to bring to your performance, to your training, to your hot moves that you want to put out there, to anything that you're going to do in a creative sense, you need to leave that and go to the things that inspire you. Like I like my Marvel movies. I do like my yoga.
Did you see Infinity Wars?
Yes.
How many times?
Just once, because I haven't had the time. But I'm going to go back because it's amazing, and I love it.
And still got to see Deadpool, though, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go see Deadpool. And hello, Solo is coming out.
Yes.
I mean, I'm here, but also coming out.
Do you get royalties for that at all?
I got to hit him up.
Seriously,
really.
come on.
Theaters everywhere, So women's wrestling right now is
hot.
Exactly. Yeah, see, she's like...
It's time to be alive.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like,
Words.
him and I discussed on the show, I don't think women's wrestling, like, they call this huge revolution and great, give a lot of credit where credit is due. But at the same time, this is something that the audience has been asking for a really, really long time. Is there any particular moment you felt that you start seeing the momentum build itself up where it is today right now and where it can be in the future?
Whoa, that's loaded. And the reason I say that is because every single performer in women's wrestling has taken a leap. Right? Like, so everyone from Sherry Martel, who was my first inspiration, all the way through. And yes, it's called the Women's Revolution here, and it's, this here. But I think everyone is working really hard to go, hey, what's a new thing we can do? And I really love intergender wrestling. I really like mixing it up because Wonder Woman plays with everybody.
Yeah.
And that gives you a sense of identity instead of gender. And I enjoy that. Right, like I want to see these women play, but like, what if they are up against, I don't know, British strong style?
Yeah.
Like, let's see what they can do too. I love the play of it, and I love the blend as well. Like, women's wrestling's on fire, and we're also like kicking butt with everyone else too.
It's funny she mentions intergender wrestling too, because that's something that a lot of people have always talked about. Whether you want to be a traditionalist or whatever, about how to see a woman and a man in the ring at the same time, is it believable or not? I think now people are just so much more accepting of that. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Well, and there will always be, right? There will always be a blend.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people that maybe don't feel it, and that's okay. They need to have those opinions.
Yeah.
We need to have that blend and that contrast to give us inspiration, to drive, to evolve as a whole, as a performance, as a troupe, as a business. And I believe that when I set foot in the ring, I am solo. I don't need to be a gender, but I am a strong woman. Mm-hmm. And that is something to be appreciated. Just like Wonder Woman and Superwoman and the Wasp.
Yeah, of course, strong woman. Look at those biceps, guys.
Yeah.
She is a strong woman.
So when you
decide
your character, is it based on a bunch of superheroes? Is it on a strong woman character that you portray? Like, who would you say bits and pieces have inspired you to kind of like be the character that you are now?
I drew inspiration over a lot of time in different superheroes that I like. Black Cat was always my first favorite. I really did like Squirrel Girl growing up as well. I fell in love with that kind of, I wanted to bring that lighthearted enjoyment to it. And I wanted to also play. But having the evolution of getting the tail cut off
Yes.
and evolving into more of a waspiest designed character and playing with the Rumblebees at Jakara allowed me to play in a fun way that I've always admired, right? Like I've always loved leg submissions and leg holds and Bret Hart, and I love Eddie Guerrero, and like I grew up loving Malenko and all of these types of artists and performers and wrestlers and workers that bring a different style to it. So for me, it's very fun because I still get to be the sugar creature, but I also get
Just
to like
a different
kick.
version of it, basically.
Yeah.
An evolution of it, like you mentioned before. And what I enjoy so much about what Jeff and I cover professional wrestling is the evolution of it, not just in terms of in-ring style, but in terms of development of oneself. And what's something I admire a lot about you guys in terms of what you guys do in the ring, and we live vicariously through you guys in there, because I know I couldn't physically do it. Forget about that. Is that where do you feel you are in your career now? I mean, it's a loaded question again, but at the same time, are you content with where you are now, and do you you still have that level of bridge to kind of build more and more?
Always. As an artist, even since I was a kid, I grew up as a drummer. And I never want to stay in one station. And given this opportunity to perform in this way has been so fun. And I hope that everyone is also enjoying the ride and development, because a lot of the things I bring to the ring are from real life. A lot of that passion, that pain, that need to survive, that want to persevere, it comes from real for me. And I bring it to you in the gear that I design, because I make my own gear to try and like have that fun.
You gotta be creative, so it's not a lot of people have
There's a
that
method behind it. It's not just a nice little
The emblem
ensemble.
I designed myself, so it's my own kind of thing there.
And you gotta give props to the creativity, though, because we've seen you, and that's another thing too. We've seen you on YouTube. This is the first time we had a chance to see you in person, which is a real treat to see you 3 times. And I noticed that again, you use a lot of that psychology where at any time they can submit to your, to any, leg submission, and that's great because. It tells a story. How important do you think it is to tell a story sometimes more than the match itself?
I think that in a lot of ways will trump it, because people want to go on the ride.
Yeah.
Like if you're sitting there, if I'm watching something, I want to go on the ride, and a lot of times like I can't relate to Superman because what? He's not going to lose. But if there's pull in that, but I always want the thing that I know will win. If Thor always gets his hammer, right? Like it is on.
Yeah.
And so in there, no matter what, I'm going to devise a plan to try and get the sharp stinger, or try and get one of my other leg wraps on there.
Oh, we could spend a whole hour talking about just DC Marvel stuff and storylines like that. But one final one for me, though, is that, with the evolution of wrestling and characters, things of that nature, you also have to take in hand that the way it's distributed nowadays is completely different. We have the All-In event that we're going to be a part of pretty soon in Chicago.
It's awesome.
The whole social media aspect, there are obviously positive and negatives, but I like to think any performer diving into this business, or someone like yourself who've been in it and are continually evolving each single time, how crucial is social media for you? Back to the days that Jeff and I used to do, not to make ourselves sound archaic, Jeff, but tape trading is way gone.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody wants to see your stuff on the West Coast, here's a link to my stuff. Take a look at it. How vital is it for you to get your content out there and to have other promotions and other people have more eyes on you?
It's absolutely important. And getting yourself out there, especially with a character change like mine too, where maybe they didn't get to see Shimmer yet, or maybe they're not. And then what? And then like I show up and they're like, "Well, where'd the tail go?" Like those are real things that because we're so into Instagram, Twitter, and all like the YouTube and things, providing people with a sense of yourself also invites them to play.
Yeah.
And I, just as much as I want to play, I would like them, if they want the entertainment, to feel entertained and feel like I want to play with them too. So social media for me is a nice way of connectivity amongst each other.
Do you feel more power as the performer that now you can brand yourself any way you want? It's not somebody giving you direction. Listen, we want you to do this. It's more, I can be my own creative ability and so many people can watch it.
Yes, it is a way for you to grow too. And I'm all about experiencing and learning on your own. And like, no one taught me to sew, or no one taught me to do like an iMovie thing. Like you just gotta kind of go out there and do it. And that really gives you sufficiency, doesn't it?
Yeah. I have a bunch of last ones too. So thank you, Solar Darling, for joining us. Solar Darling for joining us. So here is.
See, he's marking out. He's getting flustered. I'm sorry.
I failed.
I'm sorry about this.
No, please.
Chikara has a following. Ring of Honor has a following. New Japan has a following everywhere. There's women's wrestling now is people can't get enough. Talk about working in independence, or I don't know if you like that word independence. Talk about just a surge that it's had in the last few years now, as far as like. We'll talk about the Young Bucks and what the Cody's doing with All In. Just
Crazy, it's awesome.
Talk about that resurgence, how good it is to be now, where you don't have to go to the machine, so to speak, and be there, and just talk about how like you can make a living, picking and choosing where you want to work.
I think it's remarkable that when I started, I thought I wouldn't have a chance anywhere. Yeah. Right? I'm a little small. I'm a brick. But not 6'5", right? No. And so getting to explore other companies and travel the world. And I was just with Sendai Girls. I just worked with Meiko Satomura.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So that will all be out soon, and it's on YouTube. So I did get to go to Sendai Girls for almost 2 weeks, and I ended up tagging with Meiko, and it was a huge moment for me. I love her. I look up to her.
Yeah.
And the fact that I started in one place, watched her and everyone, and I have also been in locker rooms with them, is an incredible journey. And it really says something about what we can all do together when we all have the same passion. And we all just want to enjoy this and bring it to each other, right? The fans to us to them, and we can really make things happen.
That's awesome. It is an amazing resurgence in independent wrestling, too. So maybe you've already answered it. But my last question is, who's your dream match? Have you had it already? Was it in Japan?
It can't be Bret Hart.
Yeah,
I know.
It can't be Bret Hart.
Is there a dream match that they go, listen, we're gonna book you tomorrow? Let's just say MSG.
Let's say WrestleMania. That's it. WrestleMania match.
So difficult. They're so difficult.
From any era.
Have you had it, or is there still like a dream opponent that you're like, yeah, I want to try. I want to.
Not yet, but I have had some incredible matches that like I feel like everyone was an honor in the last year or two, right? Like I even got to work with Hollow Wicked, and I got to work with Fire Ant, and they're incredible performers. I got to tag with Meiko against Aja Kong, and that was something I just was like, I don't even know what is life right now, and so getting to work with. I would like to work with British Strong Style. Like, I would like to really kind of get out there and be with the people that we're all kind of like floating around with. And surprisingly, even though she's one of my closest friends, Kaylee Ray, I've never had a singles match with her.
Okay, there you go. That could be it.
Maybe something to look forward to in 2018. Maybe, who knows?
Promoters, book it.
Who knows?
Somebody book it. And then
give them away for free right here.
And if there was somebody in WWE that you want to check your styles and see if how you guys are doing in the ring, who would it be?
Let's see her against Asuka.
I never. We passed.
Yeah.
We definitely crossed paths. I got to Shimmer and then bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to work with Asuka, Ruby Riott.
There you go.
Ruby. Yes.
Oh, yes.
The history there.
I'd like to, after all this time, she's seen me grow up.
How do you feel about her in WWE?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
It's about time. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for them. All of them, the group of them.
Yeah.
But I love her, and I wish her nothing but the best. She's an incredible human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean WrestleMania in New Orleans and stuff, being in that Rumble match too. So that's awesome. And so what can we expect from you in the future now? What do you have going on right now?
I think I'm packed all the way through December.
Wow,
that's great.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Show to show. I think I just took 3 more today. 3.
So you had 3 matches, and now you took 3 more bookings.
Right, today,
wow.
Yeah.
And again, it just shows you how awesome it is. You filled your schedule. You get to go where you want to be. You're not. That's all you can ask for, right?
It's really fun.
Yeah.
And then when I'm not wrestling, I do a bunch of other creative projects and art and things. So stay tuned.
Well,
I'm yearning the ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele. Bring that back,
Bring that
honestly.
back. Yeah.
Nobody can play a good ukulele nowadays.
Right, isn't that crazy?
But something that I admire about you, and since I've had time to sit down here and talk to you guys, and I'm not marking out, I can't believe it, is basically how much respect. I can speak for Jeff on this end. I don't really speak much for him because whatever comes out of his mouth doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But we admire so much of what you do, because something Jeff and I take pride in is that when we have people on the show, it's basically people that are just very passionate about what they do, and including you can tell in the ring, and obviously sitting next to you and hearing you talk for a few minutes how passionate you are about this. And obviously other avenues you have. So thank you so much. We greatly appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Do you like game shows, Solo?
I mean, yeah. What are we doing?
Do you like game shows? All right, real quick. Do you still have, I know you lost your tail. Do you still have a sweet tooth?
Yeah.
Is that still going? Okay.
I
so
do.
We're gonna.
It's just intravenous usually now.
Really?
like-
Intravenous.
All right. So here you go.
Oh my God.
This is the first time we're playing the game show, and
Oh,
we thought
no.
we'd play with you real quick. Who ended Oscar's streak?
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
And you win a
Who
no?
ended Asuka's streak?
I did Oscar Street.
Really? Okay. Well, Charlotte Flair did it.
I was
Yeah.
gonna guess that too.
Okay.
I looked
Ah,
at you.
okay.
I was like, should I say Charlotte Flair? But you didn't give me the Iggy.
Ah, okay. All right, then. So simple.
It's so funny. I haven't seen anything. I've been on the road.
Hey, you've been on the road.
Let's think.
But you have it on your phone. You can,
Do I?
All right, so I'm we're gonna throw you. I'm gonna give you a layup here. Then I'm just gonna say, who's your favorite podcast host here, him or me?
Oh, don't do that to her. Seriously. I mean,
Give
Can
the
I
best
plead-
questions. Plead the fifth. There you go. That's the right
Plead the
answer
fifth.
because
I was
Plead
gonna
the
plead
fifth.
yeah, there you go. We're both good. That's
Yeah.
it. We're
it doesn't matter. She needs to say it. She
Solo?
knows. I know I'm the better one. So
I was like, I'm pretty depleted. I had coffee at after 2 p.m. today. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee. That's the thing. I'm always naturally.
I am Mexican, Puerto Rican,
Okay.
Italian. I had coffee in the bottle.
Really? That's a
No wonder she's so
great
spunky.
blend. Right
Yeah.
there. All right. So solo.
Grandpa.
Close your eyes. Pick out of the bag.
Okay.
And you get your.
There's
you
a
win the
bag
prize.
down there,
Yes,
guys.
there's a
Yeah.
bag down there.
There's a bag down the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
What do I want? Do I want the bag or do I want this?
No, you can.
You can only pick one.
I do
Your
want it.
goodie.
That's what I want.
We're on a tight budget.
Yeah, that's what I want.
There you go.
Oh, they're the reds too.
Yeah.
Starburst is the best.
There you
Actually,
go.
one of my cats is named Starburst.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have a dog and a cat?
I got 6 cats.
Holy crap.
It's called the Darling Farm. It's really what it is.
Something now with wrestlers and cats, right?
Only they're pretty old. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
No wonder she knows about Hart. The whole Hart family, the cat scenario where they work cats for warmth. Now I see
Mr.
the
Money has
connection.
met Officer Magnum.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So you,
I like to break fourth wall. I don't know if you noticed.
No, that's that's fine. Yeah.
What's the fourth wall?
Now I see a lot of wrestlers and a lot of people. Yeah, right. Hi, Colt. So
Hi, Phil Brooks.
pigs now. Everyone's getting a pig now.
Yeah. So I almost got a teacup pig.
So you almost got one.
And then I met Officer Magnum, and I was like, oh, I got to do this. And then I was, listen up, people in Indiana, I would like to get booked out in Indiana
Okay.
because you can adopt a domesticated fox. And certain breeds,
Fox. That's fox.
a
Yeah.
domesticated fox, they litter box trained, you know, leash trained, whatever. They play well with other animals. There's 2 different types. And I thought, like, if I show up at a venue with the fox and the hound, like, what up?
What's
Put
the
a
next
little saddle
evolution
on
to
them.
this would be like cats, foxes, pigs. Now
They're cute.
I have a lion. I'm gonna get a tiger,
You could
basically.
probably just gotta start young.
Yeah.
Like,
There you
as
go.
long as they know who daddy and mommy is, like, they're not phased.
Yeah.
Well, we
So-
don't want to mess with her though.
So thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
it. Just
you.
went through
Thanks for having
just went
me.
through three matches, and you tolerated us for 15 minutes.
No, this
that's
was
why we gave
great.
it a Starbucks
So
for that sugar rush.
you can take all.
Oh.
Put it away in your fanny pack.
Oh,
It's
man.
unbelievable. They
No, I'm
still
not sharing it.
People
Yeah.
still carry fanny packs, folks.
Yeah,
This
I
is
just got.
fashionable.
This is the
It's
one
true,
I got
and
in
it's
Japan.
gold.
This was my treat.
It's
A gold
too.
one.
Oh, the TJ
Taking it.
Fridays, are they good? Do you go there?
What is it?
TJ Fridays?
I've been
Yeah.
to a TJ Fridays.
The one that the young bucks go to? By the dome?
No, I haven't been that one.
You're obsessed with being
Nah.
the elite, seriously.
I haven't been to that one now.
All right.
Well, there's still time. But
I
thank you
did
so
eat
much.
beef tongue though.
That's another.
I've had cow heart. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I would have done that.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
up top.
Anticuchos, that's
Go
what
on.
they call it.
Yeah,
Peruvian.
Nice.
Peruvian
Get it.
delicacy, Jeff.
Yep. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Ric
it.
Flair and it, guys. Woo! Seriously.
Thank you, Miss.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Cool.
Solidarno, guys, here on the High Spot Podcast. Is Jeff's marking out. Thank you so much.